Hello, and welcome to Fulton County Public Library's book stream for tweens. My name is Janice, and I'm a librarian at the Central Library headquarters. Now, who doesn't like a ghost story, a really scary ghost story? Well, if you do, I have the perfect book for you. The title of this book is The Girl in the Locked Room by Mary Downing Hahn. The Girl in the Locked Room is a novel about a girl named Lily. Lily has been locked in her room for more than 100 years. The house has been abandoned for a very long time, but a company bought the house and renovated it. The only family that lived in this house was Lily and her parents. I'm going to share with you chapter 1, titled The Girl. The Girl. The girl is alone in the locked room. At first, she writes the day of the week, the month, and the year on a wall. She means to keep a record of her time in the room, but after a while, she begins skipping a day or several days. Soon days, months, and years become meaningless jumble. She forgets her birthday and then her name. But what does it matter? No one comes to visit. No one asks her name. No one asks how old she is. At first, the room seems large, but soon it shrinks, or seems to anyways. It becomes a prison. The key disappeared long ago. No matter, she's afraid to leave. They're waiting for her to open the door. She feels their presence, faint in the daytime, but solid and loud at night. Their boots storm up the steps. They hammer on the door. They yell for her to come out. But how can she? The door is locked from the outside. Even if she wanted to, she could not obey their commands. She huddles in the shadows, her eyes closed, her fingers in her ears, and waits for them to leave. The trouble is, they always come back. Not every night, but often enough that she always waits to hear their horses gallop toward the house, to hear their boots on the stairs, to hear their fists on the door. She used to know who they were and why they came, but now she knows only that they are bad men who will hurt her if they find her. They say they won't, but she doesn't believe them. So she huddles in the wardrobe under a pile of old dresses and doesn't move until she hears their horses gallop away. Every morning, the girl looks at a date written on the wall, June 1st, 1889. She doesn't remember why she wrote the date or what happened that day. Indeed, she isn't even sure she wrote it. Maybe someone else. Some other girl was here once. Maybe that girl wrote the date. Someone, perhaps that other girl, certainly not herself, drew pictures on the wall. They tell a story, a terrible story. The story frightens her and it makes her cry sometimes. In a strange way, she knows the story is true. The story is about her. Not the girl she is now, but perhaps the girl she used to be before they locked her in this room. But who was that girl? A girl should remember her own name, if nothing else. Why is her brain so fuzzy? Near the end of the picture story, men on horses gallop to the house. They must be the ones who come to her door at night. Did they draw the pictures to scare her? There are other paintings in the room, real paintings, beautiful paintings. A few hang on the walls, but most lean against the wall. The same people are in most of them. A pretty woman, a little girl with yellow hair, a bearded man, a family. She pretends she's the little girl. The woman is her mother. The man is her father. She must have had a mother and a father once. Doesn't everyone? She talks to them and she talks for them. They have long made up conversations that she never remembers for more than a day. If only she could bring them to life. They look so real. Why can't they step out of the paintings and keep her company? Years pass. The girl stops looking at the drawings on the wall. She wearies of the people in the paintings. What good are they to her? They're just faces on canvas. They cannot see her or hear her. They cannot talk to her. They cannot help her. They're useless. She turns their faces to the wall. She forgets they're there. Seasons follow each other around and round like clockwork. Leaves fall, snow falls, rain falls, flowers bloom, flowers wilt, flowers die. Snow falls again and again and again. Birds nest under the eaves and sometimes find their way into the room. Trees grow taller, their branches spread. Young trees surround the house. They push against the walls in the summer. Their leaves press against the only window and block the sunlight. The room is a dim green cave. Brambles and vines climb the stone walls. Their roots burrow into the cracks and crevices, and they cling tight. Tendrils manage to find their way inside. Every year, their leaves fall on the floor of her room. Gradually, the house blends into the woods, and people forget it's there. The girl stays in the locked room and waits. She no longer knows who or what she's waiting for. Something, someone? She is lonelier than you can ever imagine. That's chapter 1 of The Girl in the Locked Room. You can borrow this book by placing it on hold. Our library is offering curbside service, and the wonderful library staff will be there to hand you your books or this book. So log on to www.fulcolibrary.org and check this book out. Now tomorrow we will discuss the author, Mary Downing Hahn. So stay tuned tomorrow and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.